Hello, and welcome to our research capstone for Business and Information Systems at Framingham State University. I am Bryan Carr, and my partner is John Teli. We chose to research cloud services and user trust in relation to those services. Though we have always had a decent level of trust in those services, we were curious if our fellow users felt the same. Insight into users' trust levels could provide crucial information for future cloud service iterations. During our research, we found very little data regarding current user trust levels and decided that we would gather empirical data by use of a survey.
For more than 30 years, cloud computing has offered all users of the internet countless possibilities to go beyond their physical reach, offering unlimited storage, software, platform, and infrastructure services. Recently, cloud services like Microsoft OneDrive, Google, Facebook, and Dropbox have all experienced breaches or hacks or attacks on their systems, leading to a great loss of trust from consumers.
Our reliance upon cloud services is growing every day. When we bank, email, store our files, videos, and photos, we are interacting with the cloud. Our study is aimed to measure current levels of trust in end users of the cloud.
Cloud services offer a blueprint available to address simple, on-demand system access to shared configurable computing resources, such as networks, servers, storage, software, and services. The world of technology typically organizes the vast range of services into three different frameworks: software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service.
Software as a service employs the internet in its entirety to provide computing resources which are maintained by a middleman provider whose configurations are then acquired by users. Examples include Microsoft Teams, Slack, and Skype. This form allows end users limitless possibilities with little skill required.
Platform as a service, just as it sounds, provides a platform for running, testing, and managing numerous applications without the need for additional costly infrastructure, simplifying application creation by containing back-end maintenance behind the scenes. Examples include Google App Engine and Apache Stratos.
Infrastructure as a service is a structured provisioning system in which a business or entity can outsource on-demand computing equipment such as large data storage, reliable infrastructure, increased performance servers, and network elements to support processes. Examples of this include AWS and Azure.
Now that everyone has a brief overview of the cloud and the services they offer, let's transition into the topic of trust. Trust can be difficult to fully define, so we chose to adopt a previously used framework from Lee and Brink's Trust in Cloud-Based Services, a framework for consumer adoption of software as a service.
In this framework, Lee and Brink use security, confidentiality, reliability, and privacy as constructs to embody trust overall. Their study uses a framework known as the Trust Service Principles. In addition, we chose to include a section dedicated to measuring users' general trust levels as a baseline.
As a final category, we included a section to measure users' confidence in cloud service providers' ability to prevent unauthorized access to their personal information or data. These questions appeared as risk statements where users could indicate their level of agreement or not.
Our survey tool was designed using Qualtrics. The survey featured 9 separate constructs overall, including a section on demographics, general trust, Lee and Brink's framework, and perceived risk. In total, it included 44 questions. Results were measured using a 5-point Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. The overall completion time averaged around 8 minutes.
Our survey was anonymously distributed to undergraduate classrooms of Framingham State University in the early spring of 2021 and received a total of 79 responses. Of the 79, 12 were omitted due to incomplete or inaccurate data. 23 were female, 42 male, and 8 were unidentified.
Our questions did not force answers, so each construct held a varying degree of population size. General trust population included a size of 65, where perceived risk population included a size of 63. Trust in cloud services actually had a population of 35. Though each group held a sufficient number of responses, the vast difference between trust in cloud service and the other categories prevents us from comparing those findings to the others and drawing similar conclusions with the data.
General trust included 6 questions, and question number 3 was removed due to poor validity. Overall, 48% of responses revealed they remain neutral in reference to general trust. 59% also identify a neutral perception of inherent risk on unauthorized access, with only 16% revealing a high perception of risk.
Finally, of the 35 complete responses, we found that 43% remain neutral on their trust in cloud services, and only 26% were found to have a low level of trust in cloud services. Of the three main categories displayed in graphs, no responses revealed high levels of trust at all.
In conclusion, we can see that our survey tool was indeed successful in measuring trust as we defined it through the adopted framework. Generally, trust appeared to be a neutral concept in all aspects, though we cannot fully compare general trust and cloud trust constructs.
Additional research regarding trust and trust in cloud services can be conducted after necessary survey adjustments are made. The overall trust in cloud services results showed that highly saturated cloud service market has been unable to fully satisfy user trust requirements. There is room for a competitor who can meet the unmet needs of consumers and provide a greater assurance of security, privacy, confidentiality, and reliability, which will all ultimately lead to higher levels of user trust.
This concludes our study. We thank you for your time and interest. Please forward any questions or responses to Karen Druffle, Associate Professor at Framingham State University.